So we're gonna talk more about trigonometry, and today we're gonna focus on the sum and difference formulas for cosine values, for cosine functions. First, we have the sum formula, which says that the cosine of two angles, alpha and beta, equals cosine alpha times cosine beta minus sine alpha times sine beta. Okay, let's just try and use this. Let's say I wanted the cosine of 165 degrees. Notice that this is just 135 plus 30. So that's just cosine 135 degrees times cosine 30 degrees minus sine 135 degrees times times sine 30 degrees. And we know that cosine 30 is root 3 over 2 times cosine 135 degrees. So 135 is actually 45 degrees plus 90 degrees. So if we draw the unit circle, maybe we can use some of its properties. So no, don't try to memorize all the properties on the unit circle. Just draw a unit circle and draw all the properties you need out. So 135 degrees, right? Now, pretty obvious that the cosine of this is just going to be negative root 2 over 2 minus the sine 30 degrees is 1/2 times sine 135 degrees, which is just going to be positive root 2 over 2. So that equals negative root 6 over 4 minus root 2 over 4, which is just negative root 6 plus root 2 over 4. So that's that. And let's try another value. Let's say we want cosine, I don't know, cosine, let's just go with 225, or actually let's go with 240 degrees. So we should know this by now if we draw a unit circle, but I'm just going to demonstrate this here. So this is cosine 180 degrees times cosine 60 degrees minus sine 180 degrees times sine 60 degrees, and that's just, so cosine 60 is 1/2. Cosine 180, if you just draw the unit circle, well, I haven't really drawn it here, but imagine the unit circle is over here. This 180 degrees, cosine 180 is just going to be 1 minus sine 60. Sine 60 is root 3 over 2. And sine 180 degrees is, 0. So this means that the answer is just going to be 1/2. So let's move on to the difference formula for cosine. So the difference formula says that cosine of alpha minus beta equals cosine alpha times cosine beta plus sine alpha times sine beta. Okay, so let's try some values. Let's say we want to try cosine, I don't know. Let me think of something. Say we should try cosine cosine 15 degrees. So cosine 15 degrees is cosine 60 degrees minus cosine 45 degrees. So it's just cosine 60 minus 45 degrees, right? So we plug the values in. And what we do here is that we just evaluate this. So this is root 3 over 2 times root 2 over 2. That's 1/2. 1/2 times root 2 over 2 plus root 3 over 2 times root 2 over 2, which is root 6 plus root 2 over 4. Let's try a second example. So let's say we have cosine, like, I don't know. Let's say we have cosine, negative 30 degrees. Firstly, how do we do negatives? Well, one way you can do this is make it 0 minus 30 degrees. It's like, so we have cosine 0 times cosine 30 degrees plus sine 0 times sine 30 degrees. So this is just cosine 0 is 1 and cosine 30 is root 3 over 2 and sine 0 is 0. Sine 30 is 1/2, so this is just root 3 over 2. And another way to do this is just add 360. Like, this thing is equal to 330 degrees. And you can do 360 degrees minus 30, but it's just the same thing. So, yeah.